All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Space Brothers, episode 94, with our blood-dripping souls.
That's right, blood-dripping souls.
Yeah.
Because Eddie J is our final mentor, probably, for this series. And it's kind of perfectly fitting, because he's a mirror to Muta on so many levels.
Yeah.
Or a parallel, rather. He's the older brother. The younger blonde brother was the more famous one, went to space, something bad happened, and oh hey, he hasn't been able to go back to the moon, since.
Yeah,
All right, cool.
He's never been to the moon, but he is, kind of
Right.
the guy that's never gotten to basically go and do the thing, but that his brother basically
Right.
promised him that they would do together.
Kind of gave up on the dream, and then
Yeah.
now,
Right.
oh hey, as Muta's about to go to space, this guy's the one that's going to help him get there.
It
Awesome.
feels poetic. It feels exciting. Also, this guy is someone that Butler thinks can wrangle our idiots all together.
Yep.
Because, that's just the kind of person he is.
He's
I
chill,
guess.
level-headed,
He's
you know?
really level-headed. He's able to handle his son. So
Right.
therefore, probably can handle some
This gang of astronauts,
weirdo astronauts. Yeah,
Probably fine.
Probably even easier because they're all professional astronauts too. So they
Right.
have at least a shared common, language that they speak.
Right.
Rather than blood dripping soul. And all.
Yeah, that might be, there's a bit of translation that he has to do for that one.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, y'all. Without further ado, let's get into this. It's time to put it up there.
もしもし、エディ・ジェイだ。
Join Brian.
なんつうかあれだ。俺の血みどろのから人生最後に
What's left of my life. All
That is
right.
sweet that he used his son's lyrics, though, as, the answer.
Yeah.
Even if the death metal isn't his thing, he's he still kind of gets it,
Yeah.
中には帰るからじゃあね
Intruders!
Someone's gonna be terrified by that lizard.
Just gonna climb in someone's suit.
Yeah.
100%.
Wait, did he record his own alarm?
Yeah.
That is fantastic.
He's telling himself to wake up, basically.
Yeah.
朝ダンス制限朝
I actually kind of want to do that.
毎朝そうやって起きる気
朝ヤオ
It's a good thing to do to give some kind of physical, exercise or something that's gonna wake your
お
body
腹には
up.
やらないと
Oh
死んじゃう
my
ことが
God.
あるでしょ
Born with bad luck indeed.
呼吸
No. No, too many orifices.
そして朝だうわうわ
And he's
What was that?
entirely gonna think it was a dream.
Yeah.
なんだ
At least it didn't, shit on his chest or something.
Yeah.
あるろ朝だ
Now
ぞ
please tell me
起きろよ
it goes to Carlo next.
あ
Dang, that is a thick bottle.
Yeah. Oh.
Better not. He doesn't
Incredible.
even get phased in the slightest.
Careful, lizard. You might get squished. I wish I
I
could
love
sleep
so
that
much.
deep.
It's just the
Yeah.
military has taught me
Yes.
well,
Oh
What?
Okay, I don't
That's-
think that helps you with running, my dude.
All right. It's things like this.
No, you
that
know
make
what it
me
is?
Appreciate
Whoa,
God.
what is that? What is that?
He's gotta look cool all the time.
フィリップ半分踊るのやめようぜ
He's like, this makes it harder and more fun.
Yeah.
なんてこった二日酔いのカルロは全く走る気ねえし、も
But he's keeping up kind of with you guys.
Yeah.
weirdly.
う変なストレッチが今が
Yes,
終
because
わらな
Andy's
い
gonna do it all in this massive burst.
だけでこのバラバラか
You don't realize my pace is 50% bigger than yours.
Ka-dum, 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 dum, 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 dum.
遅えんだよ
No.
お前なんで後から走り出したアンディに
I knew it!
You let him beat
そ
you,
れ
you
に
mean?
朝から言っちゃって繊維も喪失だよ。
Well, because he was faster than you?
Yeah.
このクルーにはリーダーがいない。
Ah.
それだけは私も気づいていた。ならば自分がリーダーとなっ
Right.
てみんな
Right. I
Give it a shot.
understand this feeling where you're like, wait a minute.
心と興奮を同時に与えられるような。
I mean,
If I'm the one that notices there's no leader, does that mean that I'm supposed to,
Right.
take the initiative here?
only one person isn't calm in this group. So, I think it's more the
次はビートルの操縦訓練。さっさと食って片付けるぞ。そういうことって。
What do you mean? Yeah.
何急にリーダーぶってるんだい？
Oh my
君には
gosh.
全然似合わない。
Oh my gosh.
yep, immediately gets chewed up.
ねえ、自分で下っ端を自覚してんなら
If you guys realize that you're the people who've been here longer, act like it.
まあ、確かに。
I mean, there doesn't need to be a leader. Why does
That's
there need to
true.
be a leader? Like,
Yeah.
if you go that angle, then you should follow their
無理
lead.
すんの。
Yeah, you're trying too hard. That's actually true.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, fair.
true. You're trying to force something that
Uh-huh.
doesn't need to be forced necessarily.
Right.
He doesn't know that there's a leader on the way. But like, if you're doing training, you just show up and do your training, you know?
Right.
ねえ、その肩のタトゥーさ、
Uh-huh.
C って書いてあるの？
Or is it a moon? Yeah, yeah. Good question. That's a great question.
好きよ。っていうか、あんま見
I'm not staring. I just saw.
美しいものに囲まれてさえいれば、それはマキシ。
今ハッピーなんだけどね。一人
Oh.
Fantastic.
乗る相手がいないのか、アンディ。
Hey, okay.
どうだった？
Because
そいつ
remember,
の
he
乗
had
り心地は。
history potentially with Betty.
Yeah.
おう、兄弟。
Oh. My space,
Yeah.
bro.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
はじめまして、ナンバームッタです。
Wow. Wow. All right.
初めて月に立った時、その喜びも君だと思う。
Uh-huh. Yes, he
Yep.
will. For multiple reasons.
Right.
中学、高校と問題児ばかりが集められた。
Oh, sure.
決まって鬼のようなスパルタ教師が担任に。
Sure.
というわけか、温和なリーダーがやってきた。
Yep.
Maybe there's something to that.
One of the warmest and most laid-back dudes there was.
いいね。ワクワクしてきた。
Cool.
Yeah. You got some very different people here.
Yep. A lot of personalities.
Uh-huh.
泊まりのなさはピカイチだな。
このチームでミッションにアサインされることはないんじゃないですか？
Oh. Gonna put all the spices on it.
超マジしかしね
This is
It's
good.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Water's only gonna do so much.
美味しくないなら美味しくないってはっきり言いなさいよ。
But if you wanna eat something better, beat me back.
おっぺん行ってみなさいよあんたら。
俺も含まれてる。
Yeah. What is what? That was generally in my direction. Yeah.
ただいま。さて、朝食。
Ah, yes. Yeah. You can have this massive pile of food here. Okay.
All right.
I was
I was like, is he actually gonna be fine with it or something?
right.
了解した。そちらの全員が確認できない状態だ。
Ooh, it's a fun training setup here.
説明してくれ。それをこっちで。
Dirt
We have to have
and
the teams
rocks.
basically use just voice to communicate in such a way.
12時の方向は。
Oh my god. Oh my god.
そんなバカみたいな説明でわかるわけないでしょ。ちゃんと絵に描けるように伝えなさいよ。
左岸の塊。ジグザグだ。
ジグザグ？
いや、ギザギザだ。
Oh, this is great. Let's go through everyone there.
たちは静かな朝に揺らめく穏やかな波のようだよ。だのような層の間に 可憐な乙女の白い肌を思わせる。
He's actually somehow more descriptive than the others.
Yeah.
It's wild
It's
that
at
that's
least
the case.
something.
何あんたうまいわね。
えそうでもむちゃくちゃだよ。
Yep. Fair.
ちょっと
Yeah, some people just don't have it. It's okay. It's okay. You know,
Listen.
you just drew every generic child's drawing of a desert environment.
Yup.
だから朝のジョギングの思考を変えようと思ってな。
Ah,
今日はそのリハーサルだと思ってくれ。
Andy, you wake up early.
キャンプの周りをぐるぐる回るのをやめるんだ。
Ooh.
まず6人全員がこの車に乗ってキャンプ地から数キロ離れ
Yeah, and we have to run back to camp.
Okay.
キャンプに向かって決められた時刻ちょうどに着くように走る。目標時刻より早すぎても遅すぎてもダメ。
Ooh.
Okay.
ちなみに時計を持っていいのはこれだけ。
So that means you also have to keep pace with everybody.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Or you don't have to, but it'd be kind of stupid
あ
not
あ、
to.
着いたぞ。
We're also starting early enough that it's not so hot. Wait, this is big. This is big.
And because they'll basically want to keep pace with him since he's the one with the watch.
20時30分。目標時刻は20時50分だ。
なる
That's really like fair pace, actually. Like not
About
too
6
fast.
kilometers an hour.
Yeah, basically.
あと
Our boy is still stretching.
He's like, yeah, I'll catch up to him.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah.
といつもみたいにバラバラに走ってもいいんだぜ。
Oh,
Nice.
okay. That's a good start. That's a good start.
All right.
Okay.
Eddie's able to wrangle him just fine.
Eddie's brought
So
them
far.
all into a singular unit.
Yep.
At least for their warm-up run for the morning.
It's a small start, but it's an important one.
Yeah. It's an older code, but it checks
But it
out.
checks out,
Yeah.
yeah.
We'll see how this actually goes for the larger training side of things.
Yeah.
But yeah, camaraderie is not very high.
No.
We've seen the ways in which, yes, they're all independent, and kind of talked about this a little bit during the ED, but there's some element of them also just not really caring about anybody but themselves. So
Right.
their focus is really not even on, like, I don't know, the mission, which is them kind of being a team.
Yeah. The fact that they
But,
all so
yeah.
quickly shot down Muto when he tried to step up and be the leader, granted, he wasn't doing a good job of it.
He was just trying to force something and say something leader-like. And
Yeah,
it's like-
which in a lot of ways you could say that was him just trying to, appease his own awkwardness, right? Of
Yes,
being like,
again.
this feels uncomfortable.
Right,
you
not
know.
thinking about them, but thinking about himself.
Right.
Yeah, there's an element that's kind of fun in that Muta, I think, has something to learn here as well. In that, maybe if he's a little bit self-aware, he'd realize that the only person he's actually trying to get to know is the one that he's selfishly interested in, which is the cute girl, basically.
Right. And then, okay, Andy, sure, but you're already friends with him, so that...
Well, right,
you know.
but even then, he's not even trying to build his connection much with Andy here.
No.
Like, we don't see any type of
Nope.
camaraderie or him, like, doing anything specific with him.
Which is unfortunate because that would be the obvious place to start. You
Yeah.
don't need to become a leader for the whole group, but if it's the all right,
Yeah, you
hey,
get
Andy,
validation from the one and then move.
Yeah, exactly. Be like,
move
hey,
around,
Andy, what
yeah.
are some things we can do here? Right? And then the thing that he said of like, hey, Muta, you don't need to try so hard. That is a great point.
That's
You
a very great
You
point.
could then take that in stride and be like, okay, yeah. And then if he had known that beforehand and then he made his attempt to be a leader, it might have gone over better, right? Like, who knows?
Yep.
And so, hey, Eddie shows up, and yeah, he doesn't try that hard, right?
Well, also, he got validated by the entire crew and group and
Yes.
everything. So there's an element of where he gets to basically step in and
He's
go,
set
I'm the
up
leader.
properly.
Yes.
And you're right. And
Which means
people-
there's some kind of authoritative, structure that basically
Yeah.
says you need to listen to what he says.
When
and
he
it's kind
says-
of an unspoken rule in that regard.
You're right, and sometimes, spoken, right? Because it's we're going to do something a bit different. And by the way, headquarters already said, they gave it the green light, so this is what we're doing. It's like,
Right,
well,
right.
okay,
No one can say no here,
Yeah,
basically.
right.
Realistically. I mean,
But-
if they want to continue in this team,
Exactly.
basically. They basically
Right.
have to.
And so I like that we get to see that bit of progress. I like I am excited to see the ways in which, like, we see them being troublesome, right? I want to see now the reasons behind what makes them actually get in line and play well together, right?
Yeah.
Like, because
Me too.
the idea that they will do that eventually, sure. Have no doubt that will end up happening by the end of this arc. But I'm curious as to why and how, because...
Well, they're all passionate about space, and I feel like
Right.
that's kind of the obvious answer, but it's that we see that in the foreshadowing they're setting up with Betty and Eddie being someone that they know each other from something in the past or what have you.
Yep.
But also, the slight focus we're getting additionally with Betty comparatively to the others because of the stuff with her mom, and then because of just general like excitement, but also kind of maybe agitation a little bit, because a lot of the others don't feel like they're actually focusing on as much of how the others and this environment kind of agitates and bugs them. Maybe if anything, just like two of the guys when they're like in the little beetle together, they brought it up. They're like, I don't want to be around you, but no, I feel like they're setting up something there that could be kind of the next person that gets won over and helps the group get won over.
Yeah, I think it makes sense for that next person to be Betty. There's something about abrasiveness that is inherently showing a side of yourself, I would say, most of the time. Sometimes it can be a front, but oftentimes it's because, oh, hey, this is what I actually care about, and I'm genuinely bothered or pissed off or whatever, right? And so then that's something, whereas the person who's basically like, I'm going to try and make sure that I stay aloof, right? You know, cool and reserved or whatever, right? That's kind of hiding yourself. Or in maybe a more passive way with Andy, he's quiet. He is not particularly bothered by the stuff that's going on, but, you know, for whatever reason, right? You know, introvert, whatever, people getting the wrong idea about him usually, he doesn't really engage, right?
Yeah, each of them are broadcasting very strongly who they are in a fun way, but yeah, it takes someone actually showing a genuine interest in order to be able to translate what that stuff means. If you just hear someone mention, my blood-dripping soul's destination is hell, you could be like, okay, so clearly you love heavy metal. And it's like, well, no, my son loves heavy metal. Oh, tell me about your son.
Point.
You know, connection point. Boom.
Right. And I like the way that it was handled with Muta and Betty, where it's he asks about the tattoo, and it's like, yeah, it is the moon. Also, stop staring, and it's like, right, yes. So it's the he made the possible point of connection, and also
he got it in too because it's the moon.
Right.
What are we doing right now?
We're going to the moon.
We're training for the moon.
Right.
And she really wants to go to the moon so much that she tattooed this very specific tattoo.
Moon orbiting her heart. Like that says a lot.
That says a whole lot. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to figure that one out.
And also, even her abrasiveness in the hey, stop staring, she's actually, if you are willing to take that with a bit of humility, Muta, she's setting you up for success because she's telling you what she wants from you. Stop staring. If you want to make her be less abrasive or less pissed off with you, she literally gave you a way to do that, right? That's a start. But
yeah. I'm very excited to see also, like you're saying, the way Muta kind of develops and kind of angles himself to learning the most from Eddie through this group.
Sure.
Because if anyone is mature enough, I would say, to learn a lot from Eddie here, I would say it's Muta.
Yeah, and because of how much of a personal hero he is, it makes sense that Muta will absolutely be studying what this guy does.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. For sure. But I feel like that's something where having talked about the ways in which they're similar as people, I feel like that's something where Muta can see someone further ahead in a similar journey as him.
Right.
And so can actually glean a whole lot from that. But, okay, desert shenanigans. I loved the... Okay, you guys are in separate areas. I need you guys to be able to communicate in such a way with no data.
Yep.
Where you are. And then we're going to have some people be drawers and some people be communicators.
Yep.
Muta's like, I'm a great drawer. I got this.
Right.
And then
I was an
just
engineer.
yeah, exactly. Fantastic opportunity to showcase what he can do.
Yep.
Betty's like, holy shit, like,
That's actually really good.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
You're showing depth and like
Right.
extra dimensionality rather than just a flat,
Yeah,
like,
general sandy, rocky place.
it is
and a
really
bird's up
cool
there, 'cause
when
why
you can
not?
see someone with just a pencil communicate 3 dimensions with the optical illusions of the way things are like
yeah.
shaded and drawn and stuff, and you go like, wait, this is 2D. I just tripped out for a second there, but
I've been in a TTRPG campaign where the game master is an engineer, and one of the like weirdly specific benefits is that the maps are all very well drawn and like cleanly drawn and everything.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh yeah, that makes total sense because the person literally like designs
drew
plans
it.
for things for a living.
just
You
like
know,
hand drew it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like that's
Right.
sick. That's sick.
but
Like there's so many great map tools, but they're like out there, like actually,
All right,
like
nope,
with
nope,
a
it's gonna
digital
be like
tool
this,
probably,
yeah.
but also like
Sure. Yeah.
like that's still so sick.
Also, it gave me a little bit of catharsis to hear people give nebulous descriptions for things when it's like, you realize that does me no good. Like, you should be like, all right, the top of the rock formation is a straight line at approximately 20 to 30 degrees, right? Like that's shit you can actually draw, Like,
Right.
At least Mr. Playboy here was saying, the different like striations of the rock or whatever, sediment layers, are this kind of tan and generally sort of pale or something,
Yeah,
right? Like,
I as someone that loves GeoGuessr content, this made me so painfully cringe. I'm like, why are you not looking at the sun? Tell me where you are in relation to the sun.
yeah.
Like, you absolute chuckle fucks.
Right.
Like, then show me where, like, shadows are being right now.
Uh-huh.
Show me what's the highest thing right now. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
color the sand and all that. Like, there's so
Right.
many things you could actually give within, like, 10 seconds
It
before
makes-
you even start talking about the shapes of the rocks. Like, I fucking love Andy's dumbass himbo self being like, they're zigzag on the rocks. Wait. No.
Jagged.
Jagged. It's like this
get
is
what
the
he's-
most words he said in a string of sequence in the entire episode.
And the thing is,
and
just-
he's like, wait, jagged. Like
The thing is, looking at the rock formation, I think I get what he means.
well, right, because both him and chauvinist guy both basically give decent enough communication as to what it is.
Right.
But they're so fixated on, wait, it's
Yeah.
like 10 lines on a babe. Wait, no, but there's dark and light. And it's like, they're zigzagging. It's like, oh my God.
It's like the tan line underneath the bra strap, It's yeah. Oh man.
It's like, well, okay, what's the highest thing in your area?
This reminded me of all the times that I get lost in a video game and then
oh
on
my
stream.
God, it's so triggering
and then
for me.
chat will be like, go back, and I'm like, by the time I read it, I'm like, I have no idea
No.
what the part is. I'm like, no. It must be more specific.
See, it's nothing to do
Like,
with chat. You have this extreme lack of object permanence.
No.
Like,
I'm not saying I'm good with directions. There's a reason I'm constantly getting lost. But having someone give nebulous directions when you don't actually have context for it, it's like that doesn't work. You need to use like grounding points,
This is one of those things again where somehow we're meant to believe these are astronauts.
Right. And I do not.
Like, the more and more this art continues, the more and more I'm like not believing basically
yeah.
anything about these characters being astronauts, except for the fact that they are all most likely pretty passionate about the moon and have a weird educational thing that they've like got cracked knowledge of, and it's just not being asked to be applied here.
The JAXA application people seemed more like astronauts than these people do, and these are the people that are the actual astronauts after like 6 rounds of tests or whatever that Muta's done since then.
Yeah.
This feels to me more like one of those plot arcs where it's the, hey, we're all out of people. We need to get a crew together to do this. We literally have no one else.
No,
and
see,
so make it work with them.
See, we're shitting on them a bunch, but like the minute they asked us to run 2 kilometers,
Uh-huh.
every morning, we're going to be like, see, that's how we know they're astronauts, is that they did that in the desert
Oh, sure.
heat
No, yeah.
every morning, and they're like, it's
no,
fine. It's easy.
Chauvinist guy doing the I'm gonna keep my hands in my pockets while I run.
Shows that he's actually pretty damn
And
fit.
actually pretty damn fit. Now, granted, keeping up with the guy who's doing this while running doesn't mean much, but the fact that, they kept the same relative distance from each other for the length of the run, rather than
And they never seem to break a sweat in the slightest bit.
Right.
Even if they're only, 3.5 miles an hour, technically jogging, like fast walking, like the fastest walking you could technically do, because there's a part technically where both feet are off the ground.
Well, and even that'll change based on the length of your legs and stuff.
No. I'm saying that to technically jog and not walk, both of your feet have to be
leave
off
the
the
ground
ground
at some
point.
point. That's why jogging sucks and it's dumb. Because if you're going to do that, just run.
Oh.
Because then all the weight is coming down right on the shins, like because you're just plodding along.
That's
basically.
a posture issue.
No.
no. I will tell you.
It's
jogging is absolutely a thing where you have to lean forward more than you actually would when you're running.
Sure.
It's very much a thing.
But yeah.
No, but I hear you.
Like, if you're going to do more than walking, you might as well run. Like, jogging is awful.
No, totally. I get what you're saying, but the element that makes jogging palatable, and why I would say you're right in that jogging is harder to do right than running. Running is harder to do longer than jogging. That's why most people don't do it that way.
Yeah.
But jogging is very much a thing that you can just have bad form and have a really bad time.
And it just sucks.
And it just sucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
But all right, okay. We got running as a team down. Let's go. Let's go to food next.
Right.
Because having just I don't know, one team member roulette cooking setup doesn't seem like the best call here.
To say
we
nothing-
might actually need to just ask who likes to cook here.
Yeah.
Does anybody like to cook here? Muta would be like, actually,
I'll bet chauvinist guy loves to cook, actually.
weirdly, I actually was gonna say he's probably not bad, but he's probably gonna get picky about the ingredients that they have available.
That's
for
true.
him.
Okay, all right. If you want someone to make sure that you are nutritionally cared for with mostly unoffensive flavor, right? Since too much spice is apparently a thing, just ask Andy to do it. You will be fed.
You'll be fed. That's true.
You will be fed.
Yeah. You might not like it,
Yeah, it might
but
not.
you won't hate it.
It won't be interesting,
That's true.
but
Andy will
be
cook
fed.
properly for you.
right.
It will not win any awards, though.
No, but it might motivate you actually to cook, right? With more of with not quite the same bite and immediate oppressive demand.
I wonder though if
That Betty's
he'll
does.
just make too much and also
Oh no, yeah, you
make
definitely.
it'll take too long for him to do it.
You definitely have to tell him what to do as far as portion sizes because he won't know. He'll be like, right, 6
serve
people.
yourself.
Yeah.
Take whatever you want.
Boom.
Andy, it's actually just perfect. He lays out his own serving, and they're like, "That's not very team forward." He's like, "What? You're gonna eat this?" I'm like, you have a point, sir.
So we didn't really like Betty's food. Can you serve yourself first? No. Why not? Is it not good? No. It's just that it's
I
more
will literally,
polite if
I will literally eat all that's left.
Yeah.
So whatever you don't take is mine. It's so weird when people are like, look at this gluttonous, like, disgusting pig of a man. He just eats so much. It's like, what? Like, my body needs it. Like,
There was a point when I was like working out a shit ton where I realized that I wouldn't really gain weight if I was only consuming 4,000 calories a
right.
day.
No, that's a real thing. Yep. Uh-huh.
I am not at that point now because I'm not working out a shit ton or at all. But shit gets wild.
Shit gets wild, yeah. I would say, 5,000 calories can be a pretty normal day if you're you're going for it. Yeah.
It gets crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You got an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all it comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us, the community there, about this show, about anime in general. Also, be sure to check out our Twitch channel, see if any of that interests you. We'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
Next time.